let's get down to business, and one of our resident liberal lunatics back with us again, I see, so go ahead and introduce him.
Okay, he's just about as off-base day as he is usually.
Yeah.
That off-base was not really a pun, Bill, yeah.
Mr. Wimpo.
Yeah, but you know what, I figured out what his... I don't usually make excuses for these guys because they're so bad, but I think I know his problem is he's so tall, his heart can't pump oxygenated blood that far, and his brain is just dying.
His brain is dying. Hey,
why don't you just shut up and introduce me for once, huh?
His brain isn't dying. It was dead 10 years ago.
Waste all the time introducing me.
Okay, let's get to the issue. The issue is that he does not understand and does not agree with your position on the Pete Rose thing, and this is Jeff Tolcher.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. I wanted to know, first off the bat, Wally, I wanted to know where you dug up these retarded high school dropouts out here.
If you don't stop every time you do this, if you don't stop insulting my audience...
Because they're a bunch of morons. Look at these degenerates. I can't believe you stack your audience with this kind of idiot.
I'm warning you, you stupid idiot.
You shut up. Don't tell me what to do. Here tonight.
I'm getting sick and tired of you, Tolcher.
Oh, shut your mouth. Now, first of all, I brought something here tonight. Since we're talking about Pete Rose, I happen to be a big sports fan, and I collect baseball cards. And I happen to have here a card of Pete Rose, who was playing with the Cincinnati Reds. Get a close-up of this if you can.
Oh, don't tell my director what
Go
to
ahead,
do.
G, get a close-up of this. This is Pete Rose playing with the Cincinnati Reds. He is such a scumbag. This is what I'd like to do to this.
You are so pitiful. Now let me tell you this. Pete Rose was a legend in baseball.
A legend gambler, yeah.
And I say Commissioner Giamatti was wrong. He gave Pete Rose a bad call. After 30 years in baseball,
26.
He deserved a second chance, didn't he?
I'll tell you what, he doesn't deserve a second chance, Wally, because, I mean, what Pete Rose has done is he's ruined the integrity of baseball by his gambling. And
you've ruined the integrity of humanity.
Just listen for once. I know that's tough for you to do.
I don't want to listen to your stupid crap.
Pete Rose has ruined the integrity of baseball. And what about all the little kids across the country that looked up to Pete Rose and thought Pete Rose, he is a great baseball player. I will agree with you there.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend, but he has taken gambling to the extent that he has not admitted it when the evidence is overwhelming.
Oh, hold on. Let me answer you now, and just shut up.
Go ahead and try to answer me.
I will just shut your mouth, or I'm throwing you out right now. Shut up. What I'm saying is, he says Pete Rose won't admit he has a gambling problem. You know, gambling, compulsive gambling, and I say Pete Rose does have a compulsive gambling problem, that's a sickness just like alcoholism
just like
or drug addiction.
Yeah, right.
And I say, you ask any alcoholic, you say, do you have a drinking problem? They'll say no, won't they?
You're making excuses.
Right. Absolutely right.
Wait till I'm through. And then you can answer me.
Make excuses.
What I'm saying is, Pete Rose has a gambling problem. If the commissioner had any decency at all, knowing the record he has, instead of calling a press conference and banning him for life, I say the commissioner should have called Pete Rose into his office and said, Pete, you've got a gambling problem, and we're going to recommend you...
He tried that.
Wait, I'm not through yet.
He tried that. They had 6 months
He never tried it.
They had 6 months of meetings. Barlett Giamatti met with
They never offered therapy.
Would you listen?
You don't know anything. anything. I'm talking here.
It don't make sense.
I'm talking here. Now shut up.
Pete Rose.
You don't know what you're talking about.
His lawyers met with Barlett Giamatti for 6 months, Wally. They met for 6 months.
You don't know what.
And you do. Where do you get your information from?
I'll tell you.
Where? Where's your information?
Let me answer you. Shut up. Shut up.
Tell me where
I'll answer you. Shut up.
Go ahead.
Shut your mouth.
Go ahead.
If the commissioner had offered Pete Rose a deal, if he had offered him a chance to stay in baseball, if he would take therapy, then, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Then Giamatti would have stated that in his press conference. He never stated that. He never gave Pete Rose a chance, and I say the commissioner gave him a bum rep, and I say the commissioner has a grudge against Pete Rose.
And I'll tell you why that's wrong. You just made a statement that you said that people who have gambling problems or are alcoholics don't admit they have. So if Giamatti would have brought that up to Rose, Rose wouldn't have accepted it because he would have said, I don't have a problem.
If Giamatti,
right?
No, wrong.
Right.
If Giamatti had brought it up, he would have said so in the press conference.
But the problem is, if he would have brought it to Rose, Rose would not have accepted it because
but
he doesn't
didn't bring it up.
He
didn't bring it up.
But if he would have, it wouldn't
how do you know he wouldn't have? How do you know?
It wouldn't have changed anything.
Are you a psychic?
Wally.
How do you know?
Because I am twice as intelligent as you'll ever be.
Oh,
that's
wow.
Twice as smart.
This guy makes Rick Dees look like Albert Einstein.
I'll tell you what, though. At least I don't have Alzheimer's disease.
You also pimple face. You also would not even want to see Pete Rose put into the Hall of Fame.
No way. No way. What Pete Rose has done is he has demoralized baseball. The last time there was this big of a scandal was in 1919, the old Black Sox scandal, which I'm sure you might remember because you were in high school at the time. But they suspended 9 baseball players for gambling. Also, Denny McClain, the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers, he was thrown in jail for 10 years for gambling.
What he did in the past, he accumulated a fantastic record, and I say for the mistake he made recently should have nothing to do with what he did, and he should go in the Hall of Fame.
He's been gambling for years, Wally. USA Today printed.
I'll be right back.
Thanks for making 1-800-WE-ARE-18 the sexiest #1 chat line in the world. We've always been here for you. Whatever your fantasy, whatever your desire, wet and wild, cozy and intimate, or other exotic adventures, that's 1-800-WE-ARE-18, as low as $2.50 to $5.99 per minute for adults only. We're just 18, and you can call us.
Hey, here's a great place to go. All-purpose paralegal without paying all those high legal fees. They help you help themselves. They help you with legal documents, and they do just about everything that you can possibly want in paralegal service. And the prices are just great. Mention Wally George for your special discount, okay? All right.
We're having a slumber party, and you're invited.
But this party doesn't get started until you pick up the phone. You can just imagine what's on our minds right now. What's on yours? We want to know.
This wild all-night party has just begun, so don't miss out. Call 1-800-YES-GIRL right now. Must be 18.
Don't hit the sack yet. Call us now.
The new KDOC TV is the A-Team. Mr. T.
Hey, man, what you doing banging on my ride?
Hannibal Smith. The Beastman. And Howling Mad Murdoch. The A-Team. Weeknights at 5.
Congratulations, kid. You just hired the A-Team.
Your excitement is here on the new KDOC TV.
Welcome back, Wally George here with Hudson. Hey, here we go! We will continue now. This is Hot Seat, and we have Jeff, the weirdo Tolcher here. Now you know, Jeff.
Yes, Waldo.
There is a precedent that has been set in baseball. They give people second chances. For example, Steve Howe of the LA Dodgers, he took drugs, and I think taking drugs is a lot worse than making bets on you. Now, wait a minute. Steve, when it was found out that Steve Howe was taking drugs as a member of the LA Dodgers, he was given not one chance, not two chances, but 3 chances, and then he was kicked out of the major league, but he still was not kicked out of baseball, just down to the minor leagues. Right. Another perfect example, Charles White, running back of the Rams, they found out he was taking drugs. They didn't kick him to the NFL, did they?
And you know what?
They gave him a second chance, and that's why Pete Rose deserves a second chance.
That's the exact reason. That's the exact reason that Pete Rose doesn't, and I'll tell you why. The problem in NFL and baseball and basketball is that drugs are rampant. Gambling right now is not rampant.
Yeah, get out of here.
So wait a minute. So
it's all over.
If you set a precedent right now with Pete Rose and show the rest of the United States that gambling is wrong, how about the kids growing up, Wally? What about the kids
if you're gonna
that you don't give a damn about the children of America?
If you're going to set a precedent about gambling, then why in the hell don't we set a precedent about drugs?
I agree.
Let's go to the audience. Come on.
The problem, Wally, is they didn't do that. That's why they've got to do it now.
The problem is they should have given Rose probation and let him stay in the game.
Slap on the wrist.
All right, go ahead. Yes.
Hi, Wally. I'm Tim from Orange.
Yes,
I got
Tim.
a question for your punk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude here.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
What's your question?
If you're Giamatti, what would you do to him?
I would do exactly the same thing. In fact, I'd probably go to an extreme and throw him in jail for 25 years. That's a criminal act. Denny McClain of the Detroit Tigers got 10 years for gambling, Wally, and I think Rose is lucky that the FBI hasn't brought any charges up against him.
Oh, jeez. Go ahead.
Hi, Alan Linder of Pacific Palisades.
Yes, sir.
I'd just like to ask the stick figure right here.
Ask. The word is
ask stick figure. Don't talk.
Don't tell him how to talk, you stupid.
I'd like to make a statement.
Hey,
Shut up. Listen.
Hey, listen, stick figure.
Stick in your ear. Talk, Mr. Ethiopia here.
Hey, they should have hired. Hey, they should have hired him.
Me skinny.
Hey, they should have hired him as the. Hey, they should have hired him in the Wizard of Oz as the original Scarecrow.
Boy, that's a tough one to top.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
What's your question?
It's not a question. It's just.
Hey, hold on.
Let him ask his question.
Shut up. With this guy's face, he'd scare a lot more than crows. I have news for you. Okay, go ahead.
It's not a question, it's a statement.
Yes.
Pete Rose did wrong, but like any alcoholic or any drug user, he should be given a second chance.
Exactly. Yeah, but
probation.
He doesn't admit it, though. That's the problem. He hasn't admitted that he even has a problem. That's the reason Giamatti did this, is to try to get Rose to admit that he has a problem. He's not even admitting it.
But if Giamatti had given him that opportunity, and I don't think he did.
He did.
Everybody can see the
6 months of meetings,
when he mentions the name Pete Rose, he looks like he smelled something rotten.
You think he's got a grudge against him?
Giamatti has a personal grudge against Pete Rose. Doesn't he?
He does not.
He's got a grudge against him.
Why would he?
Bill, what do you think?
Well, I think that's right. The thing I don't understand about all this is Jeff has been on here before. He's a bleeding heart liberal that wants to give everybody a chance to do everything, and now all of a sudden...
Yeah, how about it, Jeff?
How do you account for that?
You want to give a second chance? Wait a minute.
Because
you want to give a
you shut up?
You want to give a second chance to first-degree murderers? Why not?
Well, Jeff, you're always for killing drug dealers, and now you want Pete Rose to be like, what about you, you little
Pete
wimp?
Rose has not been...
Now you're whipping out, pal.
Pete Rose...
Wait, you always want to kill drug dealers, and now you want to let Pete Rose off.
There's a poor baby. There's a big difference here. Drug dealers deal to kids and wreck lives and things like that.
Right.
This guy's dealing with adult males usually.
He's wrecking kids' lives, Bill.
No, he's
Oh, get up.
Yes,
Give me a
Kids that
break.
look up to him are looking at him in a disgraceful way.
Close down Las
Hey,
Vegas, too.
listen, punk. Your life was wrecked the day you were born. Go ahead.
I'm Blake from Hudson Beach.
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah, I was wondering, why hold all this against him? You know, he's still a good baseball player. Why hold what he's done his personal time against him?
Yeah,
because it wrecks the integrity of baseball. If you have a kid and he's coming up and he likes Pete Rose, and what are you going to tell your kid? What are you going to tell your kid when he asks you what you think of what Pete Rose did? What are you going to tell him?
Hey, it's his personal
He's a scumbag. Like Jeff.
Don't you kick him. Stay where you are.
Yeah, chump.
Don't you tell him to do anything.
That wasn't even sensible. Pete Rose is the integrity of baseball, Wally.
I call the moves on this show. As far as I'm concerned,
He's a jerk as far as I'm concerned.
some more. We'll get rid of him. We don't need him, do we? No! Our questions for some more comments on this. Yeah, I have your name.
I was Brad from Upland.
Yeah,
I wanted to find out. I want to ask Mr. Tolcher there. Actually, Mr. is kind of loosely.
Yeah, don't.
I want to ask him.
No, call him Miss.
Miss Tolcher. Okay. I want to ask him if he sends Pete Rose away for 25 years. What's going to happen to him in career during that time?
Well, Pete Rose should never even hinting about sending Pete Rose to jail is so ludicrous. Don't you think that there are dozens of baseball managers who are betting every day? Don't you think so? And the commissioner, Bill, he knew about Pete Rose's gambling problem for a long time.
That's right.
And I say, with his record of almost 30 years in the game, hitting more hits than any other player in history.
Right.
This guy deserved a break. He deserved certainly as big a break as that pipsqueak Steve Howe did.
Absolutely.
And he should have gotten a second chance. And he certainly should go down in the Hall of Fame. And if I have anything to say about it, he will go down in the Hall of Fame.